Guys, my body's ruined. After years of professional rugby, then going into elite level CrossFit, my joints have just taken a battering. Some of you may know if you follow me on Instagram that I've had 4 slip discs in my back over the last year or so. They really affected me to the stage I couldn't get up off the floor. I couldn't walk upstairs to bed. I couldn't do anything for a while. There were days when I was just walking around wearing a gym belt just to make sure that I could manage the pain, but the pain got pretty bad to the stage where my energy levels and hormones dropped quite low as well. So it really wasn't comfortable, and I definitely couldn't excel or compete as much as I'd like, let alone get on with everyday life. So I've dedicated the last 6 months to trying to repair my body as best as possible, but it still wasn't enough. And that's when I started to think outside the box. Stem cell therapy. I've heard loads of good feedback about people that have had stem cell therapy, from sports people to celebrities, but I also know it's a higher tier product. However, I have a feeling it's priced at that point so you can get the best results. And you only see that with the quality of the service that they provide. So I thought about it and I did some research. Now, I was born with an immune deficiency, which means I'm missing certain parts of my blood, basically, that stops me from getting colds, all of these things. So actually, my immune system's shot and I'm very, very susceptible to upper respiratory chest infections mainly. I also get really bad fevers when fighting off these bugs, these coughs, these colds, way worse than most people would. And it's really affected me, especially when I was younger, from having pneumonia, scarlet fever, just being sick every single winter, you name it. It's not been great. And as I was researching stem cell therapy, I saw that it could have benefits to the immune system. Now, this really appealed to me as well for health and longevity, right? If I'm starting to think down that line with my back and my body, I best think about my internals as well. And that's when I found Auragens. Based in Panama, this premium, amazing facility gives you only the best care for stem cell therapy and also gets you amazing, incredible results. I want to take you along on the journey of traveling to Panama and having stem cell therapy. It was a transformative experience. It's one of the best things I've ever done in my life. It's been just over a week since I went and I'm feeling amazing already, but we'll go into more detail in the video, so check it out.
Balboa beer is the first one in Panama since 1910.
Wow.
The Panama Canal was inaugurated 1914. So the beer is
There's
first.
Before the Panama Canal. Down she goes. So we've got a little takeaway coffee to go. It's only $3, which is pretty good. And then this is the view. What do we think? I'm not really a beach guy. I'm more of like a this kind of stuff guy. Don't know why. I just prefer it. I think it's more peaceful, more tranquil. A little bit of running water, and that's my sort of thing. Lots of mountains, lots of forests and hills, and all that good stuff. Day 1, we did a tour of the Gamboa rainforest. But also you get to see some really incredible ships going through this gorgeous, gorgeous terrain that you wouldn't expect to see a cargo ship in.
Aquí hay una familia como de 9. También estos monos en esta...
It was really cool. We went on the boats, we got to see some of the monkeys actually on the canal. We also got to see some absolutely huge cargo ships that go through the Panama Canal. Obviously, this is one of the best ways to transport goods, if not the best way to transport goods from North America to South America. So it's super busy. Hi. Hello. And later that day, it was time to arrive at Auragens HQ.
Welcome to Auragens.
Wow.
Have an A1 test, which measures your...
They started off by doing some baseline checks, my blood pressure, my body fat, my weight, my height, and a few other metrics.
I'm happier.
No rush. Then they also took my blood to run a full blood profile screening, but also gave me a vitamin C drip with this beautiful view. Makes you start to think when you go for injections and stuff. Sometimes you don't know where anything's coming from. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Or how it's been prepared. And of course, I couldn't help but do a little bit of sunbathing. However, if you guys know me, I hate sitting still. Gosh. Wow. That's insane. It's a lovely view, guys. Gorgeous infinity pool. Both sides. It's cool, you can see how high up we actually are as well, because there's parking lots, all sorts, but beautiful.
15 or 10 is compression, okay? It's normal you feel pressure in your ears, okay?
Yeah.
No, it's normal feel pain in your ears.
So no pain.
Yeah.
No pain. But pressure is normal.
Yes, yeah. So you can intuit.
Let's do this. First time in a hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah, if you want, I can take video when you.
Where I'm inside it. So we arrived at the hotel, the JW Marriott, and look at that view. Absolutely beautiful. Day 2, I had some more stem cells through the IV, but also some injections into my hip. So a couple days I was a little bit stiff. When you're injecting something into a joint, of course you're going to feel a bit of stiffness for the next few days, which is totally natural.
Depends on how you're feeling. If we have the space for it, you can see what you want. Let's just wait and see how you feel when you're leaving.
Then I had one more day of my stem cell IV before almost being finished. These guys are top notch and I felt absolutely amazing during the process. Every single staff member was so professional. I had mesenchymal stem cells, which are from umbilical cords of C-section donors in Panama. These people are tested throughout the whole process to make sure that everything is perfect, and the stem cells themselves are of course measured, tested to make sure they're of the highest grade and highest quality. Finally, before I got discharged, I had another final chat with Dr. Nagia.
So we have, this is the cell quality certificate. It's a particular point of pride for us here. You're going to notice they're exactly the same almost across the board, except on 3 very distinct rubrics. So the first part is your code and your dose. These are the first 2 that work. Then you have A17 and A25. That means these are 2 separate lots, okay, that you're getting. Below, this is the second difference. It's the dosage. You have 25 million.
If anyone would like me to go into more detail about my stem cell treatment, including the specifics, drop a comment. Well, isn't this cute? Look at that. All these beautiful hats. Yeah, they're cute. Oh, that's where we were staying. Boom. We had an amazing time. It was kind of windy, so you can see my hair looks absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, you do. That's nice. As we jump in the van for the last time and we're taken to the airport by our driver, I started to reflect on how magical and transformative this whole experience was. Thinking it's going to be like, as we come to an end, as the trip comes to an end. Oh, look at that. So yeah, that was my trip. For the first few days, as you could see, my back was a bit tight, my hip was a bit tight. You're not allowed to do much activity for the first few weeks, so it's been pretty tough on the mind just to keep things going, because really I feel more energetic than I did before and my body feels good, so I want to use it and test it. But of course you're not allowed to, because the stem cells need to do their job, and if you create inflammation in other places, then they're most likely going to go there and repair your new issue as opposed to the core issues that I really want them to solve. I know that results take a long time for the best possible outcomes, so it could be up to 6 months for my back to be better than before, but it already feels great. However, like I mentioned, I'm not allowed to test it yet, and I really want to update you guys on the process of my recovery as I go along. Energy levels feel great. It was really weird. My hair felt thicker like a couple days after stem cell therapy, which I don't know how that would work. Maybe it's a different oil that I've started to release back into my hair or something. Skin feels good, sleep's great, hormones feel amazing. Yeah, honestly guys, I can't believe it. I got to meet some amazing people when I was there. The staff were incredible, and I'd highly recommend going to Auragens for your treatment. Highly recommend. The care and the passion that they have, they know that they're changing lives. And you even see with the clientele that they bring in that people there really want to make a difference, get change, make some changes in their lives, preventative changes, maybe to stop surgery. For example, I'd like to share a couple of stories of people that I met there. One lady walked in with a stroller, older lady, sore back. You know, she needed surgery on her back. That's what she was advised. However, her son convinced her to go for stem cell therapy instead. We met them at the hotel on the first day, and she wasn't walking great. She wasn't walking fast. She really needed this treatment. Come the last day, she walked up for a photo with the team, ditched her stroller and just walked up, stood upright, and looked amazing, considering a few days ago she could hardly walk and definitely needed the stroller for support. That was really incredible, and her son was, chasing her out of the front door, grabbing her stroller because she was just walking. She was gone. She was walking, and it looked incredible. Dare I say it fixed her. It's very early to say, and I haven't stayed in touch since, but from what I saw, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. There was another gentleman going for lung-related issues. I won't go into too much detail, but, coughing blood basically, and his lungs were deteriorating, and this was really, really affecting his health. So he was using the nebulizer stem cells, and he said after the first session of stem cells nebulizer, he felt way better. He wasn't waking up coughing anymore. So just an example of a few treatments that I saw, physical effects of people, and it was incredible. I also think there's a reason why sports people go for this therapy, many of which do go to Auragens. This is a luxury, amazing facility, guys, and they really give you the best care and best product as well. They taught me through the quality of the stem cells, talking through where they're from, checking them, testing them. The whole process was extremely thorough, and this is why Panama in general is one of the top places in the world, if not the top place in the world, to go for stem cell therapy. And the experience at Auragens was just fantastic. I had an amazing time. So thank you to the team. You've really changed my life. It's been amazing so far, and I can't wait to see how things progress. You've also given me more of a perspective on life as well, and health and longevity. A lot of the clients there were older than me, and it's kind of worrying that I'm already going for a treatment like this at my age, so I really need to look after my body more, and that's going to be a focus moving forwards. They also encouraged me at Auragens to do some MRI scans, so I had scans done on my hips as well as my back. Turns out my hip's really not good, and it needs surgery further down the line potentially. We've tried stem cells injected into the hip to see if that can make a difference. If that does, it's going to be, again, huge, absolutely life-changing, because I think that's probably the cause of a lot of my back problems. But yeah, there's a reason why my hips hurt when I squat, because one of my hips genuinely needs surgery. So now I know I can try and work around it as best as possible. Double down on the stretching, double down on the methods that I know to stop the inflammation in that area and help me progress through later life as well. So the whole process was amazing. I would have never found that out without Auragens. I would have never started to value even my diet and my sleep and recovery more than I already did now, thanks to Auragens. So yeah, I'm not wasting this opportunity. I'm going to make the most of it. I feel great so far. I've got nothing but good things to say. I'm really happy that I went through the process. I hope this treatment comes readily available for more people, because if the results are as good as I feel like they are, then this needs to be shared with the world. But again, I just wanted to share my experiences with you guys. I had an amazing time at Auragens. Thank you very much. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.